Hello friends, Heidi here from Rain Country. God is good all the time, and I'm here for another this and that video. Mostly I want to talk about some gifts that I've got from different people, but I'm also going to show you some of the busyness I have going on for the next couple of days. Okay, so first let's start off with some of the great gifts that I have got. This isn't just recently, but over the past year or so. And the first thing I want to show you is this lovely tatted cross bookmarker, handmade by one of my subscribers, and it has this lovely little gem hanging off of it. And since I should finally be able to get back into reading books again, I'll be using this. I could put it in my Bible too, obviously, because it's a cross. It would go well in there. But anyway, I just thought it was beautiful. I've been meaning to show that for a while, and I keep forgetting. It's just so delicate and lovely. I'm very, very pleased with it. A couple other gifts I got recently were from Mary over at Mary's Nest, who just got her channel up and going. I just saw her first video. It's her intro video. I recommend you go check her out. I'm going to go ahead and link to her channel right up here, so you can go to that link, and I think she's going to have some really great stuff. But anyway, she's the same one that sent me the glass lid that happened to fit on the Fido jar, the lid that got broken shipping that I got from Elizabeth. And she also sent me these great bread bowls. And they come with, one comes with a cotton and one comes with a linen cover. I've never used these for proofing bread before, but I'm going to give it a try. To tell you the truth, Mary, if you're watching this, I like to use this one sometimes for collecting my snow peas in. It's just, I don't know, I just really like these neat little bowls here. But anyway, she also sent me these whisks. I've never seen a whisk like this before. What I plan on doing is putting some of Mr. Rain's wood treatment on the handles, and then I'll be using them, but I also think I might find a place to hang them in the kitchen because I think they just look really neat. So there are those. Now on to some older gifts that I've had for quite a while. This one was one that I won in a drawing on JS Farms. I don't think she's putting videos out anymore, but I will go ahead and link to her channel in the description box below, and you can check her out. She's got some really great information in there. But anyway, she was doing a drawing, and I happened to win the drawing, and so I got to choose whatever it was. You probably have seen this, and knowing I crochet, you might have thought I made it, but nope, she made this. And I chose a pot holder, and I got to choose my colors, and then just told her make whatever you want. And so she made this lovely sunflower, and I had it hanging here on the wall for quite a while, but now I'm actually putting it to use because I always keep a jug of my filtered rainwater on the counter, and I wanted something to help protect the counter from it getting scraped around a lot, but also just to look pretty. And so I'm using that for that now, and it's perfect. It's the perfect size and thickness for that. And I don't want to use it for anything like pans and stuff that tend to get dirty on the bottom, because I don't want this to get ruined. I think it's so beautiful, but using it for setting my jug of water on is perfect. Now this thing wasn't really a gift. It was one that I bought because I just really like Danny and Wanda over at Deep South Homestead, and Danny makes these beautiful spoons. And it was just one of the ways I wanted to show my support for them. So I bought one of his handmade spoons, and they're beautiful. And I believe he's still selling them on their Etsy store. He sells out of them pretty quick, sort of like I do with my skirts. But I'll go ahead and link to their store in the description box below so you can check them out. I bought it solely for the purpose of being a decorative piece. So you'll see it hanging on my wall quite a bit in my videos. And Mr. Rain is the one that put the hole in there so I could hang it up. Okay, and then another thing, this has been here for a while. You've been seeing it in many of my videos except for maybe the first 6 months or so on my channel. My channel is now right at about 2 years old by the time you're seeing this video. And so, you know, as far as from the time I started putting out videos. Anyway, Lisa Booker had this made for me, and it's just so pretty. It is a cutting board, it is bamboo. But of course, me being me, I have things that it's like, nope, it's not getting ruined. I'm not going to have it getting discolored and stained with beets and whatever else. It's going to become a piece for my kitchen that also shows people who we are. So I love the fact that it says Rain Country Homestead and the RCH and the scroll work. It's really, really beautiful. And Mr. Rain drilled these little holes in the back, not all the way through obviously, but just so I could have a place so I can hang this and have it be a permanent part of my wall decor, especially for shooting my videos. So Lisa, I know it's been a long time since you had this made up for us, but thank you again for this. I really love it. That's the gifty stuff for now. I do know I have another package sitting down at the post office I have yet to go pick up, and I believe it's a book from another one of my subscribers, and I need to get down there. It's hard for me to make the time to get down to the post office. It's not that it's that far away from us, it's just that extra time of hopping in there and going, and people might think that I go down there all the time to ship off skirts, but believe it or not, almost every single one of my orders gets shipped right here from the house, because we have a great post office and a wonderful place called stamps.com, where I can print my labels off here, put it on, package everything up here, and then ship it off right from my house. It's so wonderful. I really appreciate our local post office and the postal workers here. They've been just very accommodating, so that because I don't know, it would take me so much time to constantly be running down to the post office shipping off packages. But anyway, I came across this, and it was one I forgot about. It's another older cookbook that I found a couple years ago maybe, and I put it away somewhere and forgot I had it. It's not as old as the one I showed you in my other old books video, but this one's mid-1960s, but still a really great find. So when it comes to cookbooks, if I'm going to use any, I always look for the older ones, you know, back before they started putting a can of this and a box of that and all the recipes. So having a good hard copy cookbook that shows you actually how to do things from scratch, I find invaluable. Even though I don't use cookbooks very much, it's just kind of whatever pops into my head, I throw it together and make something out of it. It's still nice for if I want to try something new or get some new ideas and learn how to do something I've never done before, and at least have something to base it on, and having a hard copy instead of trying to look everything up online, because we may not always be able to access the internet. Sometimes the internet's down, or we have a power outage, so that rarely is a problem for us, because we have power outages a lot, but our modem is hooked up to our solar power, so we never lose that. The only way we lose internet is if the internet itself is out. But still, it's nice to have other options. So having a good hard copy book and anything that you find important, especially when it comes to information, is important. Oh, and here's one of the 2 cucumbers I picked this morning off of our cucumbers. This is a parade cucumber. The seeds were sent to me from one of our subscribers up in Canada, and I ate the other one already. It's so good. There is absolutely nothing as tasty when it comes to cucumbers as ones straight from your garden. The ones from the store just do not cut it. But these are a lot shorter and fatter than the ones I usually grow, but I love it. And it looks like I have tons of female flowers out there and lots more cucumbers coming in. So I think this is going to be a better producer for me than the ones I was growing before. So even if the cucumbers are smaller, usually smaller ones taste better anyway, just like with zucchini. And if I get more of them, and more than what I had, it's still a better option for our area. So here, as I said in my last garden update video, cucumbers, melons, things like that only seem to do well in the greenhouse, at least for me. I keep trying to grow these things outside of the greenhouse, but they just don't do well even in the hottest part of summer. Okay, and a couple more things. So I just got done. I just took these off the dehydrator. These are some wheat berries I had soaked. I actually fermented these, not on purpose. I just forgot about them. So they actually sat soaking for a few days, but they ended up fermented. They were very fizzy and had a very fermented smell. So and kind of almost a sourdough taste to them when I ate the soaked berry. And it was actually pretty good. So I'm curious to see if they will lend itself, even if I don't make it into more of a soured bread, if they'll kind of have a bit of a sourdough flavor to them when I grind them up for the whatever bread I make next. And then here are some organic lemons I bought the other day because I've been so happy with the lemons in my natural sodas. You know, this is one I made with the fermentation starter, and you can find the last video I did on how to make soda with a fermentation starter right here. And in that video, I also linked to how to make your own fermentation starter. And anyway, the lemons, the dried lemons for the soda are so good. And so I want lots more of them. And besides, lemons are so good for you and very detoxifying. And anyway, these just took them off the dehydrator. They're nice and crisp. You can, these I will leave like this. I don't know, I might do some more and then pulverize them like I do just peels, because the lemons like this, make sure you get all the seeds out of them though. The lemons like this, if you pulverize them and turn them into a powder, they're really great for using as flavorings in different things. But I also like to use the ground up dried peels or lemon slices like this in my handmade soaps. So if I'm doing like a lemon, I'll still put a little bit of lemon essential oil in there, but then I'll also put some of the ground up lemon peel and fruit if I'm using the whole fruit, and it just gives it some texture and you get that real organic lemon in there as well. But anyway, these will be getting jarred up like these and being used for making sodas and in teas. You can toss them in teas. Really good if you're making a hot tea. Throw a slice of lemon in there if you're wanting something more citrusy, or these sliced oranges. Also really good for adding to your homemade cough, cold, and flu medicine, and I have a video on that right up here. So adding those orange and or lemon slices in there are a really good option for that. And here's my first full jar of dehydrated snow peas. This is probably 3 pints worth of snow peas in here. I've been freezing half of them and dehydrating the other half, and before I sealed this up, I just wanted you to be able to see them. So you can see they're just very dry, they're very crispy, they're actually quite tasty to eat as is, and very crunchy. So they're almost like eating a snow pea chip. So they're really, really good. Good for eating as is, good for throwing into soups and stews or whatever it is you need. You can rehydrate it and even use it in a stir fry, which I haven't tried yet, but I will. So I'll be vacuum sealing this with my little brake bleeder like I showed in my video on vacuum sealing and how I do it, and putting this away and starting another jar. And here is my first full jar of Calendula Flowers of this year. I use this for infusing my oils for my skin cream, for adding to my handmade soaps, and even for using in teas. Calendula is really good for you, and I probably should do a new video on the benefits of calendula. So I might do that this year if I have time. And then here, I found this at a garage sale just the other day. I don't typically buy very many old jars anymore because I get a lot, but if I happen to find a bale wire that actually comes with the lid, this is hard to find, a jar with a lid. And I don't remember what I paid for it. I just got it and she was throwing stuff in the, yeah, I only remember my total, I think, was $10 for everything, but I got a whole bunch of stuff. More fabrics and things. But anyway, a nice bale wire jar. I can't remember by the look of it the year this would be. There is a page you can find. Well, oh, this says right here. Look at there. It says right there. 1908. Okay, July 14th, 1908. I guess that's how old it is. But there is a page where if you're looking at old ball jars, that you can look at the way the writing is and compare it and find out the year that it was made. But if I find that link, I'll go ahead and put it in the description box. So if you're into collecting old jars and you want to know how old your jars are, you can go to that link and compare the way the lettering is and find out and be able to figure out how old your jar is. And then the other thing I really should get to today is making more skin cream. I just made some up last week. I'm almost sold out again, but now I've got some actual tins, and these are going to be so much better than the plastic ones. Even though the plastic ones looked nice because they were brown, I don't like shipping in glass because I just feel like it's too risky. But even the plastic bothered me because, well, it was plastic and even that can break. And so I was really happy to find these tins. These are the ones we got from Mr. Rain's wood treatment. And I'm like, well, these would be great for the skin cream too because they're also 4 ounces. I always sell my skin cream by the 4-ounce batch. And so these will be really good for that. So if you ordered a skin cream and you see the old picture with the dark brown plastic, but you get one of these, don't worry. just changing up my packaging. I think these will be better all the way around. So those will work much better, but I got to get another batch going because people are liking the skin cream, and thank you for all those people that have been buying it and enjoying it. For those of you that decide it's a little too heavy for your face, it's still really great for using on very dry areas like your elbows and your hands and your feet and just about anywhere. It makes a great lip balm too. I use it for that, and it also works great as a makeup remover. You know, an eye makeup remover. It doesn't bother your eyes. It takes the makeup right off. It's totally all natural. But for me, I use it on my face every day. I love it. It's I came up with the recipe on my own, and using my own infused oil like I was talking about with the calendula. So this one here, the infused oil I'm using right now is calendula, pansy, rose, and marshmallow. But I'm also planning on making some more infusions this year that are more specified. Even though calendula is very healing, I'm going to be making a whole new batch of infused oil for a different type of skin cream that's going to be more focused on just healing for cracks and burns and cuts and scrapes and stuff like that. So using the comfrey, using the calendula, and some lavender flower. These are some of my ideas I've got brewing, and probably a couple other herbs from the garden. And anyway, I'm anxious to get going on that. But when I get it made and try it out, I'll go ahead and do an instructional video on that as well, showing you how I make that salve that I plan on doing. Okay, well, I think that's it for today for the this and that. And I don't know that you learned a whole lot new today, but I hope you did. So, and if nothing else, go check out some of my other videos. I do have a video on how I make my own skin cream, or if you're interested in purchasing it, you can always check out my Etsy store that is always linked in the end screen of every video. So, thanks for watching. Take care, and God bless.